We got a supervisor. There's our joint. It slides here. The fun part is getting primer and glue on everything, getting it slipped together. And this piece here says your flow's that direction. Kind of backwards because this is the female end of it and that's the male end of it. And we had to put a coupler on. But that's the way it is. So that's the way we're going to work it. I dug a hole over here to get the water out of the way. And she is getting it packed underneath it so it's supported. And Becky wants to give a shout out.
We'll give a shout out to Murphy Law. Can't wait for his next video. Hope everybody's watching. Subscribe to him.
In case you didn't hear that, she wanted to shout out to Murphy Law. So Murphy, there's your shout out, buddy.
Love you, Murphy.
So, and we're not going to run it today. We're going to leave her 24 hours. That's what they say you should do. You shouldn't run her for 24 hours. And if it seeps, it seeps. Because I ain't going to dig it back up and redo it.
Hell no.
Between the slip piece and the coupler on the end, hell, there's $70. Could have got it probably more than that off Amazon. I found a couple for $44 by the time you pay shipping. So anyway, and yeah, it's warm out here. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Get this thing covered up today. And then don't get any rain tomorrow anyway. The other one's fixed. Actually came apart pretty good. If it wasn't for that chunk missing, this would have been repairable. And I don't know. If I get really bored, I might see if that'll clean up enough to throw some globulation weld in there. Because it lets that insert move too much, so it can't work. So, now I just got to go back over there and fill a hole. Hey, she fired up without being jumped. It might have fired without being jumped yesterday. I mean, we did have a few battery issues over the winter. And, you know, after winter, between charging and jump starting, everything worked fine. So, yeah, who knows? Get this filled in. I'm going to have her carefully step some down into it. Then I'll fill her up and pack it in. Carefully pack her around it. And I got to put more in for her. Jeez, darn it. I have to let you go because I got to have both hands. Like my compactor, I just side scraped all that stuff in, so she had to slide a little over. I don't know if I'm going to get that to lay back in or not, but I'm going to try. At least keep some of the grass and clover on top. If I can keep it on top, it'll keep growing, right? It will. It'll fill in even if it doesn't. Because if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. It's one of those things that's kind of hard to do. And I wanted her to step it all in so it's at least somewhat compacted. You know, when it's all done, I'll just use the hoe and run over it, finish packing it. It doesn't do too bad a job. Skid steer actually does a better job of packing, but usually I'm in mucky wet stuff and the skid steer's not worth a damn in it, and the hoe will run in it. Make a mess, but it'll do it. So I hear we're supposed to get 2 inches of rain between now and Monday. Like I always tell you, I'll believe it when I see it. And now to see if I can keep some of the green on top. So I'd show you, but yeah, I still need both hands. Yeah, I couldn't scoop under it right to get it. I slid some in sideways, but then I needed a scoop, and that didn't work out so well. So she's trying to straighten it out and hopefully fill in the gaps. And hopefully she doesn't throw it all this way because the chunk I got right here I can lay right back in. I hope. Well, about as filled in as we're going to be. Like them nice quiet tracks. The old Rick Bork broke a track on his Mini the other day. These things are probably in worse shape than his tracks were in. They've been shot. They were pretty bad shape when I got the machine, and that's been 20 some years ago. Another thing about using this is, rather than the skid steer, right over that pipe, I'm not putting 7,500 pounds of weight on it because it's spread out over the whole thing. And when I started on the edge, I was off the edge of the hole a little bit with the track, so not all of it was directly over the hole. And if I'm burying a critter or something, I usually go over it 2, 3, 4 times. Or if it's a new water line and had a good smooth bottom to the ditch. But I'm just going to go over it once. Once is enough. So there it is, and hopefully we don't see any water coming up around here again. Time will tell, right? She pointed at me and says, "You want to hold one end?" She was hosing it off, and I noticed that it, that's how much it's moved right there, thickness of my finger. So, you know, I just told her to pick it up and see if it'll slip apart. There's probably one spot that's stuck good enough it won't come apart. I'm not going to tell her the secret to doing it.
Asshole, you better tell me the goddamn secret.
Loosen it up. No, run it in, but don't tighten it. Just get it up snug. Okay. Oh, too tight. You'll be able to move it. All right. Now grab your end. Slide it toward me as far as you can and jerk on it. I just got splattered in the face. I'm just going to get out of the way. It's just knocking everything on the bench around. Well, I figured it was going to come apart easier than that.
Well, it's cockeyed.
Yeah, because the glue's still holding one side. But here, there's the inside of a pipe after 40 years of running creek water through it. Isn't that nice? That's some icky, gooey, nasty slime, too.
Here you go, Dad.
Yeah, there you go.
Should we put it on your face?
No, I don't need it. I had enough on me earlier. You're not the one that had to wipe the inside of the other ends out. Well, this is proving to be futile.
This is BS.
There's another way. Stick this in the device. No, lay it down like you had it toward you. Just the end. Not the bell. Now try to wiggle there. See if it'll, there, look at that. Work side to side a little. We're going to do a 10-minute video just trying to get this thing apart.
You!
Ouch! And she smashes my hand. Work side to side. You can hear it working. There, we'll tip it down a little bit.
Yeah, let's not.
And now you moved. It was standing. You were in the right position at the edge of the vise was blocking your crotch. For those dirty little farts watching. I won't name any names. It's coming. No, it's not pointed at you. That was yesterday. Look at that. Oh,
It doesn't smell good either, by the way.
It smells wonderful.
I would rather smell rotting afterbirth than a cow that's been in there for like 3 weeks.
Oh, it ain't that bad.
Yeah, it is.
But now we can see how much it's really been. All that black, that's all creek water has been worked in there. Clean there and dirty here and dirty there. So, yeah, there's still glue there.
There's still some glue on the
But you don't see it through here. Yeah, I'll keep them for posterity or something. Worst comes to worst, if we have to, they'll clean up and
that was your damn shit we didn't use.
and use it somewhere maybe. Oh yeah, and the plan was a little dope and some tape on that riser we replaced. And I cleaned part of the stuff out of the trailer when we went back up after lunch to do the riser. Well, I didn't realize that things weren't all in the same box. For some reason, she thought we needed these.
You told me this morning that you did not replace them, that we need to
I
take them
told
out
her I
with us.
did replace them. Where's the rest of them? In the other box?
No, they're right here, Dad. I just took them out and set them right here.
Oh.
You are blind as a bat today.
No, I just can't see with all the rest of the crap in there. There, spares.
I think I've got to stick my hand on the couch.
And we didn't use any emery cloth on that when we did it. We cleaned it up with, used the mule wipes. Actually cleaned up really good, so.
I think we should just milk a bowl instead of this.
TDH, Honest Farming, I think is the channel. I don't know. He's a dairyman in Tillamook, the Josie family. Their boy Derek, he does videos. And I was just watching one a little bit ago, and he was talking about they don't milk their bulls. I left him a comment. I said, yeah, we don't milk our cows except for when we have a balloon teat or something like that when we're calving. And that's only for a few days. I said, but we do milk our bulls every year. The vet comes out and we do a little semen test, make sure they're going to squirt right.
Yeah, I get the crappy job on that.
Well, you take the job you want. She holds the bullet in.
It's a rocket, Dad. It's a rocket.
A rocket, bullet, depends on who the vet is. They electronically stimulate to get them to
Right either, Dad. That sounded pretty
give a
bad.
little. Yeah, at least she's being kind of smart on cleaning those up, because while that stuff's still damp is when it'll come out of there.
I ain't dumb. Why do you think I freaking...
I don't know. You left the outside of the pipe there to dry, and God, that was a pain in the ass scraping the dirt off. Anyway, I don't know if I'll get anything else for you today or not, but we'll see. I'm honestly about whooped,
It's freaking hot.
and it's hotter than hell and muggy.
It's bad.
This time of year, the sun is literally right over us. I mean, we're not even 50 miles north of the 45th parallel, so you know we're getting really close. And even if they say it's only 70 degrees out, that 70 degrees feels like 90.
Sometimes 100.
Yeah, sometimes more than that. And it doesn't help the humidity has been like 80% the last few days.
Hey,
But boy, it gets cool off at night.
screen on that side.
Hey, look, telephoto. Hey, hold it up again like that. Look, she's got her spotting scope. She can zoom right in on us. Ah!